Now, one thing a lot of people want when they personally get isekai to another world, that is to have themselves a harem. So, this video will spread that wish and give you all awesome isekai harem anime recommendations, which does include an overpowered protagonist. So, I hope you all enjoy the video.
全てを見返してやる。
我がバンフィールド家には莫大な借金があるのです。
借金？
Let us begin with I am the evil lord of an intergalactic empire. What happens when your wife betrays you, cheats on you with your boss, and leaves you to rot all alone in the house, feeling depressed until the day you die? Well, that is pretty much one terrible experience, but he did get the offer of a lifetime to go to a fantasy world of his choice, and he chose to become an evil lord of the galactic empire and make life a misery for everyone else in that world. However, no matter what choices he makes, the bad choices, everyone just loves their new ruler. He also has a harem of maids and unlimited power as an evil lord, which we all know already. Before we continue with the video, today's sponsor is none other than the folks over at Tokyo Treat. Tokyo Treat is a very fun and exclusive monthly snack box packed with Japan's coolest and tastiest treats. Each month, you'll get a Japan-exclusive premium snack, limited edition chips and noodles. And this month, Tokyo Treat takes us on a Fuji fall snackscape. Picture fiery red leaves, crisp mountain air, and cozy fall moments, all packed into this month's box. You can taste Japan's autumn and Mount Fuji-inspired treats. Try out the melon haichus, strawberry white chocolate crunky, Mike soy sauce popcorn, sweet potato puku puku tai, and Mount Fuji choco crunch and sandwich cookie. All these tasty snacks that you're hearing right now are available for you to purchase in this month of November to be delivered to the comfort of your own home. So what you need to do is click the link in the description and use my code AnimeRecon to get $5 off of your very first box. A big thank you to Tokyo Treat for sponsoring this video, and now let us get back to those anime recommendations that you've been waiting for. This, in my opinion, is an isekai slopfest. But hey, it's actually not too bad, but the story is extremely generic and also predictable.
私の自慢の旦那様。
俺たちはきっと乗り越えられる。
Tales of Wedding Rings, the protagonist is pretty much the so-called Ring King destined to save the world and must convince 5 princesses to hand over their rings to him and gain extraordinary power to fulfill the legend. He's into the main girl, but the others will get clingy, fight over him, and we are left with your typical isekai harem. But, you know, the fights are decent, the show is fun at least, so I can guarantee you may be satisfied with this one.
召喚召喚召喚召喚
The daily life of a middle-aged online shopper in another world. This is your typical isekai with a protagonist that has an online shopping skill, and he can buy modern technology into the fantasy world, start his own business or whatever, make money and live a peaceful life in a cabin with his harem. Now, he may look weak for a middle-aged man, but the thing is, he can buying stuff online in general just makes a huge difference in having an easy, slow life. Honestly, it's pretty relaxing and chill to watch a middle-aged man live his life in an isekai world. If a protagonist has already been to another world before, waited all of his time to then suddenly get summoned to the same world once more, but this time with his entire classroom.
ディスティニアの魔族大陸への侵攻は始まった。もう世界は動き出したんだ。
Summoned to another world for a second time is a classroom isekai with a protagonist who is equal to a legendary hero with a harem of ladies or baddies that awaited him all this time for his epic return, as nothing in this world can pretty much defeat him. Not even his classmates know just how overpowered this average-looking high school boy truly is.
6歳になるまでに国一番、いや、大陸一の強さになっていないと困る。
The aristocrat's otherworldly adventure. So you got a guy who, in real life, tries to save girls from getting stabbed outside a convenience store and meets his end, unfortunately. But at least he did reincarnate as a special prodigy with insane power and also born into a noble family. And now his name is Kane, a young lad with cheat-like abilities that even surpass his mentors as he sets out for his new life to achieve his dream. But with his new overwhelming powers, he even attracts the ladies to his side thanks to his mighty power. Now, this is not a normal anime by any means necessary, and more so on the lines of being a borderline H anime. Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World is an isekai about a guy going to another world, already quite powerful enough to fight in the dungeons and make sweet money. But his idea of an epic adventure of a lifetime is to buy slaves to have fun with during the night. The demi-human slaves are very expensive, so he uses all the money that he gets from dungeon explorations to buy them and have his isekai dream come true. Honestly, I'd probably do something, the exact same thing, if I was in this man's shoes. The main protagonist, Leon, gets blackmailed into playing a dating simulator by his sister, but what happens afterwards is unexpected for him since he gets transported to that world of an otome game, and this world is actually ruled by women, and only the most beautiful and popular guys have a chance at surviving this world. This show is called Trapped in a Dating Simulator, and Leon is your average background mob character who is unrelated to the main cast or story, but he does manage plenty of ways to steal the spotlight by trash-talking the nobles and absolutely destroying them in battle. The odds in this world are heavily stacked against him, but he can easily turn this around and sustain himself. How a realist hero rebuilt the kingdom. This is a perfect isekai anime that combines slow living, kingdom building, and a harem together to make a pretty damn good entertaining isekai. A guy is summoned to the world and immediately gets given the royal throne and becoming the king, and is then tasked with helping to rebuild the kingdom, get the economy back up on its feet from sinking to rising, and he will be actually recruiting talented people to help him achieve his goal. Also, what is a king without a harem? Lots to see here, boys, so get to watching.
でかい何これ焼けるように熱い本当にここは夢の中なのか
So what happens when a game developer creating his very own game gets summoned to that world and immediately gains insane power? Yeah, that's the type of anime this is, and to be frank, it is very popular too. Death March to the Parallel World is your typical isekai harem with a powerful protagonist who cannot be defeated, and his waifus are by his side always. From buying slaves to casting epic magic and also using a gun, there is nothing more exciting than a generic popular isekai anime than this one right here, ladies and gents.
イレギュラー主はあなたの死をお望みです
For my final recommendation, I have the familiar series you all know as Arifureta, from commonplace to the world's strongest. A classroom is summoned into the world, and among them all is the weakling named Nagumo, who eventually gets betrayed by one of his classmates and is dropped to the very bottom dungeon levels to rot. But his survival instincts did kick in as he began to kill and eat monster meat and evolved into a greater being with so much power. Now, he's practically a powerhouse with an arsenal of weapons, a harem of overpowered waifus, which does include lollies. Yeah, you know, I think I've said enough. Just go watch it. Looks like the isekai journey is now over. Say goodbye to your dream of having a harem because you just woke up back into reality and now there is no way back. If you did enjoy, then please do drop a like, show your support, and subscribe to stay notified of all my latest uploads here on YouTube. Take care, everyone, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one.